My name is Alex Kuzmic, and today I'll show you how to properly cite a paper. It's important to mention that I'll be showing you how to use MLA format for the majority of this video.
Is that sometimes the rules with citations change. There's a great website you can go to that I'm going to be basing most of this lesson off of. It is owl.english.purdue.edu. It's the Universities of Purdue's website and their writing lab and everything like that, and it's extremely helpful. So I went ahead and got this ready for you to show. The first thing you do when you start an MLA paper is you want to open up your header in Microsoft Word, and I'll show you how to do that in a little bit. And what you do is you put your last name and then you insert the page number. If you do this correctly, it'll keep track of every page you do and you won't have to mess with that again. The next thing you do is you double space it. Usually Times New Roman 12 point is what teachers will want. I would say that's the safe one to stick to so that you don't get in trouble for using the wrong font. The first thing you want to do is add your name, the professor's name. It's always important to spell the professor's name correctly because that's a quick way to lose points, and I learned that the hard way. Then you do the subject and then the date of the paper. As you can see here, dates in MLA format are always written in this order. It might look a little funny to read, but that's how you do. So the date today, if it was the 12th of February, it would be 12 February 2012. You still need titles for MLA papers, but they don't need to be bold, underlined, or italicized, as you can see right here. And you don't need a whole bunch of space in between them. With in-text citations, it's important to give credit where credit is due. Right here you can see I have 3 examples that are all technically correct. They all show you that the author was Wordsworth, and that where they were getting the information from was page 263 of his book or article. Sometimes when you don't know who the author is. This example says, "We see so many global warming hotspots in North America, likely because the region has more readily accessible climatic data, and more comprehensive programs to monitor and study environmental change." This was on a report, probably had numerous authors, and it's not necessarily important to know which author said this. So what you do is you will take the name of the article or whatever it is you're citing and do page 6. Last but not least is the works cited page. The works cited page should always be the beginning of a new page. It should not butt up into the end of your paper, even if there's some blank space. If you just have one work cited, you should remove the S here. It should be work cited. You always go through and you'll do the last name of the author and then the first name, or in this case the initials, and then you will put the name of the article or book or whatever it is in italics. After the first line you'll indent everything from then on, and that's how you'll know that you'll get to the next authors when it stops being indented. When there's multiple authors, such as this example, Baker, Gladys, you'll do a comma, Wendy, until you finish all the other authors like that. Again, you'll put the name of the author, the article, the paper, the book, whatever it was, like this: Century of Service, the First 100 Years of the United States Department of Agriculture. Sounds like a thrilling read. And then you'll do this is something I don't think you'll run across too much. If you can infer who wrote the article, but it's not directly stated anywhere in the article, you can put it in brackets. Like I said, that's not something I think you'll come across very much, but it's good to know. You'll then put the date the article was written, and this is new. They've just added this to the MLA citation standards, you will say print. That means that somebody actually had it physically in their hands, and that's what they cited it from. In contrast, another one of the new changes is that instead of typing out the URL of a website where you got your information, now you'll just write web. Notice, however, that it's not at the end of the citation like it is with print. It's right before the date. I'm not exactly sure why they did it that way. It makes it a little more confusing, but it's easier than typing out the URL the whole time. One of my favorite websites to go to that helps me with my works cited is easybib.com. And what this does is it takes, you can enter a website and it will cite it all for you, or you can look up a book. For example, let's look for Catcher in the Rye. Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger, Little Brown, 1951. All you have to do is hit select, create citation, and this website creates the citation for you. All you have to do is copy and paste. So I would recommend using that for your next assignment. Thank you for listening.